there. Hello. It's Rebecca Carrell from Mornings with Rebecca and Burns. Welcome to my kitchen. There's an excellent chance that you will hear my son in the background. He's upstairs playing on some computer game with one of his friends. Anyway, hi, welcome. So we call this Tuesday Truth Bomb, and I have been reading in Philippians lately, and I wanted to show you something. I have also been taking Greek at Dallas Theological Seminary. Let's see if you can see any of those Greek words. And what's so fun about this is how it has really opened up and enriched my Bible reading. And so found a little nugget today, immediately thought of you and wanted to pass it on. So Paul, the Apostle Paul, was a Pharisee. All right. He initially was opposed to the movement of the way, which is what the earliest converts called Christianity. They called it that they were followers of the way. And so in Philippians chapter 3, what Paul is doing is he is essentially giving his resume. He is telling his readers, you want to see a righteous person right here. Pharisee, people of Israel, tribe of so-and-so. And I mean, he just goes on and on and on. And then in verse 7, and he's just finished listing his list of achievements. He's just finished listing his list of successes and all the things that made him righteous in the world's eyes. And then in verse 7, he says this, but whatever was to my profit, whatever the world saw as good and righteous and godly, I now consider loss for the sake of Christ. What's more, I consider everything, every worldly thing, a loss compared to the surpassing greatness of knowing Christ my Lord, for whose sake I have lost all things. And then he drops a naughty, naughty word. Paul says, I consider them rubbish that I may gain Christ and be found in him. So let's talk about that little word rubbish. Other translations call it garbage. This is actually the Greek word, and I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, skybala. I think I'm butchering the pronunciation. Skybala. Okay, so this is a naughty word. It is equivalent to our S word. What this word is a very forceful, descriptive way of describing human excrement. Now, let's think about that for a moment, because what that says to you and me is that all these things we are striving for and straining for and working for, all the accolades, all the accomplishments, all the successes, all the trophies and the awards and the degrees, all of these things, the Bible would say are human excrement compared to the surpassing greatness of knowing Christ. The surpassing greatness of knowing Christ. And what that should say to us is that the things around us that are so shiny and so glittery need to become, or are, when compared to the surpassing greatness of simply knowing him, of knowing Christ, those should become very, very dim. And this should reorient our hearts and realign our thoughts to seek after not the things of the world, simply knowing Christ, who gives his spirit without measure. So I just loved this little nugget. It makes me reconsider what I am spending my time doing, what I am spending my time watching, what I'm spending my time reading. It just makes me think about those things. If all those things are rubbish compared to the surpassing greatness of knowing Christ, I want to know him more. I want this so much for myself, and I want this for you too. So I hope that this was encouraging for you today. I hope it was informative, and I hope to see you next Tuesday when we do another Tuesday Truth Bomb. See you then.